MAPU. Listening is a skill. Some of us are good listeners. People find it easy to share their problems with us. They confide in us about all sorts of things. They ask our opinion about almost anything. But I suppose it's not the listening they value, but actually our timely and appropriate response. Whether we actually give good sound advice, or maybe even choose to say nothing at all. Whatever the strategy, good listeners are highly sought after because they allow those who are sharing with them the freedom and confidence to share their burdens and voice their side of the story. Alternatively, some of us are not good listeners, but choose to give advice without actually considering our friend's best interests. We lack patience and we hastily come to conclusions, either because we can't really be bothered to listen to the full story, or else we prematurely think that we possess all the right opinions and the only answers. As the greatest listener of all, Jesus calls us all to Him. It is not that He might have all the answers, but that He wants us to trust in Him, that He is the answer. He will not only listen to your issues, complaints, miseries, and concerns, but He promises to carry them. Your issues, my issues, our issues, all of a sudden become His issues. This Jesus promises in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." But it isn't all that easy, though. You see, we must first accept and realize that we don't have all the answers to our problems. Many of us pride ourselves in the fact that we are resourceful and always able to get ourselves out of life's problems. We rely strongly on our own intuition and ability. Answering Jesus' call to let go will be a difficult thing for some of us. But notice how Jesus sees us. He sees our needs and what we are going through. Whatever we may be carrying emotionally, physically, socially, economically, politically, and spiritually. He sees that we don't have the capacity to handle the load on our own. We are all the same in that respect. He doesn't call us by our races, our sex, our religions, our denominations, or by our philosophies and beliefs. He calls us because we all share the same struggles. He calls in our humanity and our human condition of needing rest. He knows that we were all created to rest. Even the animals and plants need rest. Jesus reminds us that He is the real source of rest and fulfillment that will never disappoint. This week, as we continue to struggle with the daily changing of the weather, especially in Tamaki Makaurau in Auckland this summer, meditate on Jesus' call on your life. Are you letting go and allowing Him to carry your burdens? Have you committed yourself to taking time to find out what Jesus may want you to do? Whatever you're going through, Jesus sees you. He knows your heart and sees your frustration. But you must accept the call first. You must go to Him willingly. Jesus has already made the first step. The next step is a lot easier than the one that He chose. He doesn't ask you to crucify yourself on a cross or anything like that. All we must do is to go to Him and let Him carry us. Through the good times and bad, allow Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior of the world, grant you rest and peace as He carries you through life's troubles and pain. For He has never failed me and never failed my family. May God bless us with wisdom and humility to admit that we don't have all the answers. May Jesus continue to show us that He is the answer. May God's Spirit lead us through life, depending on His life, to make all our burdens bearable. E tātou o ia Yesu. O Yesu, o amoina o tātou avenga ma mawhauma. Whapena no tau aveina o tātou whaingata I lungo o lana tātou. O lono toi tū manu malo ma le oti matunga mau. Tātou mauti no ai o tātou manu malo i whaingata uma o le nei o langa. Ia whaamanuia mai le atua le nei vai aso. Ono Yesu. Amen.